Welcome to all the E-Type Club members and E-Type Jaguar enthusiasts. Okay, so next update, this is part 5. Got a fair bit done today. I had to call John Skinner, or Jonathan of John Skinner's in the UK that supplied the interior for me, because I had a couple of bits and I couldn't, for the life of me, I know it sounds stupid now I know what they're for. It sounds a bit daft, but I didn't know where they fitted. And this is actually the part I was referring to, this one here. And I thought, you know, I tried, I looked everywhere and I thought, I wonder what it is exactly. Anyway, I sent him a photograph of it, and lo and behold, it's obvious now he sent it to me. And what it is actually this, it's this trim here that fits down the side. The door card's not in properly yet because I haven't finished the trimming, obviously. So I've got to be cut to. But what it is you can see that gap down the side. It's where the door card from the inside of the door. So that when that's all up, that's how it's going to sit on that edge there. Obviously that'll be nice and tight. You can see right up against there, and it just finishes that edge off, and the door card sits nice against it. And that's where it goes, and then obviously the other ones for the other side. So yeah, so this is where we are so far. I did the back today, and those little lumps you can see, they're the clips for the inside, and this is the tool for taking them back off. These things are absolutely brilliant. You get them in sets, and for putting on door trim, because you know you put it on and you've got to take it off because the clip's not in the right place and what have you. So it really is a big deal, but I'm very pleased with the way this trim's worked out. There's a few bits where I've got to finish it off properly, but generally it's looking pretty damn good. And considering you don't see any of this, you know, because the hood's over it, and when it's down, the hood's coming over anyway. But that's not the point. I wanted to make it right. So yeah, so now tomorrow I'm going to do the sill covers. I've put the I haven't covered it yet, but the reason I put the centre console in is that I wanted to make sure that everything fitted perfectly, and as you can see there from that seat belt, when I push it down, it's perfectly in line, which is good news. I expected it to be honest, not without being a smart ass about it, but because I spent a lot of time making sure when I rebuilt all this whole tunnel section when I was building the car, I made sure I made a special jig for it, so I knew exactly where they were to go. You know, I did a lot of measuring, a lot of marking, and this is one for John Carey. He has a fixed head that he's just finished, and I've got a lot of my ideas and a lot of help from John over the last couple of years. But this is one thing, John, I think I mentioned it to you in an email or a comment, and what I've done is, you know, this is very hard, as you know better than I do. This is really hard to get this over the handbrake, this console. And I did exactly what I said to you. I actually released the 2 clevis pins. In fact, they're sitting there. I released the 2 clevis pins out of the back of the handbrake, or the emergency brake as you call it. And that meant I could lift it right up high like that, and then it slips over. You put it into 3rd gear and it slips over, no problems at all. But I would admit, if you had to do that on the ground, it'd be a bit of an issue. But obviously, you know, having a 4-poster ramp is a real luxury, and it makes it very simple. It's a 5-minute job. Take the split pins out each side, take the clevises out, and you can then lift the handbrake as high as you want because of the pull up here. Anyway, so that's how I did it, and for anybody else, if that's the way to go. What we also did today as well was, apart from putting in this back piece, this Jura, and this is, as I said, this is moquette here, and this is moquette down here, and then this is the same Jura here. One other thing I learned when I sent this email to Jonathan is I got 4 sets of front floor underfelt, you know, the green underfelt, this stuff here. This is the carpets, but I got 4 of those. And I thought what had happened is that somebody had packed them and made a mistake, because there wasn't any for the back, and because the Hydura, and they've got very thick padding on it, they don't do them for the back, but they do 2 for the front each side, because people like it, because it makes the footwell better. Apparently it makes it more comfy or whatever, so that's why he sent them out. So it wasn't a mistake, it was me thinking that was the way it was supposed to be. Anyway, so there we are. Onwards and upwards. Today, you remember I showed you the other day about this one. We put this composite rail in, and as you can see, it's a lot better now. And what I did was I just took a little chamfer just off that little edge there, just with a grinder. It's a 5-second job, just to make it come up and sit nice, and you can see it sits really nice there. And again, I'll do it on the other side. And you can just see how much nicer that sits in. Yeah, just took a little chamfer off it. It wasn't much, and with it being, you know, nylon, plastic, whatever it is, it just sits in there beautifully. And then, obviously, what we did was we put you can actually see them down there, the screws. So now that's got to be. I'm probably going to have to put a few self-tappers, but so far I've only had to put 2 in. One over there and this one here. The rest is all fitted pretty well. So yeah, most of it's all clips and things. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the update. And like I say, if you're doing any of these jobs, these tools, they're really worth having. I think they were, I don't know, €15 or something like that for the set. What that one with the ring does, this one I have no idea. But that one is that's really handy, because you need it for getting down over the clips, you know, to poke them out. And if you don't get close to them to pull them out, you'll rip the cardboard on the back of the door cards or whatever, especially when they're old. But you can see that's not a bad fit there. I mean, even the joining for the light there looks not too bad. And again, as I say, you won't see any of this because the hood will be over it, but I know it's there. So anyway, so yeah, I've just got to get that sat in properly, and you can see that's going to be a nice finish on it. Anyway, thanks for watching in, guys. If you like them, subscribe, and if you have any comments, please put them in. If I'm making a mistake or saying something wrong, just let me know. Anyway, take care. Bye for now.